You
All
came
right.
highly recommended, and you were exactly what you were, what people say you are.
Okay, today I'm here with Eric. Eric, we just closed on your first home, so hey, congratulations, Eric. Yep, Eric, if you don't mind, you've just gone through the home buying process, first-time home buyer, and you just closed on your home. What would you say, in your own words, as it relates to your overall experience in this home buying process?
Like, what was the most difficult?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean,
Would be the sacrificing for 10 years, paying attention to your money, trying to fix your credit, getting a card or going to cons and buying a TV, that first step to start fixing your credit. And it takes a long time, but if you stick to it, you will get there.
and what do you think, Eric? There are a lot of people out there that, you hear all these different things, home ownership, maintenance of the home. And you know what, credit's got to be perfect. And man, you need a lot of money. There's just all these things you hear. What would you say? I mean, I'm sure you heard it too. So how'd you get here? Hearing all that, what made you just say, forget it, I'm going to keep renting or whatnot?
Stability. It's expensive on the front end, which renting already is expensive on the front end, but their payoff is you retire with something you own. You're not paying rent up until your final day trying to figure out how you're going to survive where you're at. You have your own homestead.
Okay. Was it, Eric, as difficult as perhaps maybe starting out you thought it would be? I mean, did it really? And be honest. I mean, we want your honest.
The hardest part was actually finding a home in good condition at the right price range, which that's going to take time.
Yeah. And without, have to be too personal. We don't have to tell everybody exactly what you paid or where you're paying it, but maybe just an estimate of range. What would you say if people like that? Okay, because they have no idea. Did he buy $1 million house? $500,000 house? When just give guys an idea of people that are out there that are thinking. Again, well, you can't. I can't afford anything. You can't get a home. In blank range, and if you do, your payment's going to be. But what would you say?
Well, you got to pay attention to all the factors first. You got to look at the areas of where you want to live, the crime, the tax rate, whether or not you have an HOA, make a big effect on how much you're going to pay at the end of the house, which could even make you be able to afford more. Personally, I was aiming between $100,000 and $150,000, which is a very difficult price range because that's an average price range, and lots of people are clamoring for that, especially now. But you'll find one. You just have to stick it out.
That's right. And honestly, Eric, I have to say you were very patient. And as a result, here you are today. And you're now officially a homeowner. And we're very grateful. Eric, what would you say, as far as how'd you feel? Did you feel this was something you had to really tackle on your own? I mean, overall, was there support there? And if so, what kind of support overall? How do you feel?
No, I had plenty of help from my mother with Supreme Lending and Patrick and Demi and Deborah over at Realty Kings, and they took very good care of me, answered most of my questions I needed. I also put in a lot of my own time searching and whatnot to try and help them, because obviously everybody's trying to find a home in my price range, so they're overbearing with people trying to find houses. So you got to put in that little initiative yourself too, not let them just do it all for you and expect them to find something.
Well, if there was one thing that you could say, Eric, about the process that would, let's just say, not the greatest, because I'm going to also ask you for one good thing, but let's just say one thing that you would say, it's maybe just not a good thing, and you wish, you didn't have to endure it in the process, but you did. What would be that one thing that's, not great at all, but
finding a decent home and realizing somebody swoops in and buys it out cash.
Okay.
That's probably one of the hardest things to deal with, but you just have to stick it out.
Okay. And just the opposite. What would you say was the most rewarding or really proved to be the best thing in the process for you?
Just realizing that I'm going to own something and not rent something.
Yeah. Well, Eric.
Something to pass down.
Ah. When you said that, something came to mind. I thought about a legacy. I thought about, people all the time say, hey, when I'm renting, I'm throwing my money away, making the landlord rich. And it sounds like what you're saying is, it was time to start creating stability for Eric.
If you own it, you can help other people with it. If you rent it, you have to go by whatever rules the renter gives you.
Wow, that's very well put. Very well put. Well, Eric, I'd like to say thank you sincerely on behalf of Realty Kings Properties and the Patrick King team and myself, because we know you had a choice. And the fact that you gave my team and I and our company the opportunity to walk this journey with you, we're very grateful. Remember, we always say once a Realty Kings client, client for life. So welcome to the Realty Kings family, and we look forward to just being there with you, man. Many years of enjoyment in the home. We'll be there, and then if at some point in the future you decide to do something different or make a move, we're going to be there with you. So thank you again, Eric, and again, lots of enjoyment in the new home.
Thank you.
All right.
Highly recommended, and you were exactly what you were, because people say you are.